Hi, my name is Officer Miranda, and I am a police officer with the T Police Department. I am also the T Area School District's School Resource Officer, or SRO, and I was asked to put together a presentation regarding social media and information that would be important for parents to know. So in this presentation, I'm going to touch on Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. I will also briefly touch on some of the other apps and kind of categorize them on what they can all do. In this presentation, like I said, we're going to touch on Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as some different parental controls that are out there, some apps that may be of use for you, and some different hacks that your child may know in order to get out of some of the apps or parental controls that you may put on their device. And finally, I'm going to talk about social media and law enforcement and kind of what we can see and what our issues or what helps us throughout dealing with social media and your child. If you do have any questions regarding anything that we have talked about, feel free to send me an email. That's going to be posted on the last slide of this presentation. And then there is one slide that does have some images that may be viewed as disturbing, and I will try to give you a heads up when that slide is coming up. As you can see here, Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram are well above the use for Twitter and Facebook. This data is probably different from when some of you were younger or whatever apps you may have used growing up. I know for me personally, Facebook was still pretty popular, and then Twitter had come out. And then when I was in high school, Snapchat and Instagram had come out. And when I was in college, TikTok had come out. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with TikTok as a juvenile or as a youth. However, with what I do today, I have gotten to kind of learn the ins and outs of the app. So some of the photo sharing apps are going to be Snapchat, Visco, and Instagram. And then the video sharing apps are going to be Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. So what is Snapchat? I'm sure a few of you out there do have Snapchat and your child has Snapchat. There's a good chance that at least one person you know does have Snapchat. And what Snapchat is it is an app that allows you to take pictures, videos, and send messages. And then these pictures and messages can be sent for a short period of time, or you can put them that have no time limit at all. So different features for this app include private person-to-person photo sharing, sending videos, live video chatting, messaging, posting snap stories, and then having a My Eyes Only folder, which I will go into, I think, in the next few slides. So common lingo when it does come to Snapchat is going to be a snap, and that's going to be a picture or video. So if you send a snap to someone, it's going to be either a photo, video, or it can also be like a message. A story is going to be what you can post a picture or a video to, and a certain amount of people, whoever you pick, whether it be a group of people or all of your friends, can view the story for up to 24 hours. You can take the story down at any time, and you can also pick and choose who you want to see that story. For example, your child can have you as a friend on Snapchat. However, they can block you from seeing that specific story. Every Snapchat account has a Snapchat code, and that is something that is specific to your profile, and that allows someone else to scan the code and then add you as a friend. So it's instant friend adding. A snap streak is what that means is that maybe you or your child and someone else have been snapping for a certain amount of days in a row. That could be, it can go up as high as you want. And then if you don't snap each other within a 24-hour time period, then your snap streak goes away. There are filters that you can add to your snaps, whether this be dog ears, bunny ears, you can add times, you can add weather, you can change it on the speed, you can make it go in reverse, or you can speed it up. And then you can also add other images as well. There's the Geofilter, which is going to be specific to your location, and that'll tell you, for example, if I were to take a Snapchat of myself at the high school and I scrolled over to the Geofilter, it would say T Area High School in T, South Dakota. And then you can chat on Snapchat. A lot of the times kids will be like, oh, I was messaging them, or yeah, I texted them. But what they mean is that they actually messaged them or quote texted them while using Snapchat. So these chats can disappear after you open the chat, and then it'll just automatically go away. You can keep it for up to 24 hours, or you can just keep it so that the chat never disappears, depending on what your settings are for that. And then the snap map is where you can see your friends' locations, should they have their location turned on, and then your location will be private or public or private as well, depending on what your settings are. So the biggest things to know about Snapchat is that anyone can search or add your child's username and then add them as a friend. I could type in a random name right now, and then chances are someone would have that username, and then I would be able to send them a request to have them accept me as a friend. And then if they accept it, I'd be able to start sending them pictures, messages, and videos. And then I kind of touched briefly on this in the last slide. If your child's location is on, others can see exactly where your child is at. And then there will be a video and a few slides here that'll show how specific the map is. So the probably most important part of the slide is going to be the My Eyes Only folder. A lot of times, parents won't realize that there is a folder and it is password protected. So this is typically where we'll see photos that maybe they don't want in their camera roll, or they don't want other adults to see. This is going to be a folder that typically will have narcotic use in it, or underage drinking, or any nude images of that person. And then memories are going to be where the photo and video are saved by a specific date. There are filters that allow your child to make it look like they're somewhere else, and I'll touch briefly on that in a few slides here. And then even if you're friends with your child on Snapchat, they can block you from seeing some of the stuff they post. And like I had said, Snapchat is the most common way to send nudes and talk about illegal activity. So this is going to be the My Eyes Only and where this is at. So this is a picture of my Snapchat. So when I open it and I go to the screen that it takes me to, you're going to see the little photos or the little pictures down in here. And then if I click that, it's going to take me to the screen right here. So this is going to be called my memories. Right here, it's going to have my Snapchats in order of memories. So if last year I had taken a Snapchat on September 1st and it's September 1st now, it's going to show me where I was doing 1 year ago today, and then I'll also organize it by other dates. So these are all my snaps from August, and then so on and so forth. These are the stories that I've posted throughout the years, and then these are going to be any picture that's in my camera roll that I can upload to Snapchat. And then right there is going to be the My Eyes Only. If you click on that, it's going to take you to this right here, which is password protected. So you will have to enter the correct password in order to see what images are under the My Eyes Only folder. Right here is going to be the Snapchat filters and locations. So if I open Snapchat again, this is what I was looking at when I was in my office. I'm going to click this little smiley face right here, and then it's going to take me to an explore screen. And then I'm going to be able to search something and then change the image there. So I'm going to play this video for you, and I'll kind of walk you through. So then the explore in the bottom, and then right now I think I type in change picture, and then it'll show me all the different filters that are available to me in order to change my picture. I'm going to click one of them, and then now I can change my picture to anything that I have in my camera roll previously to make it look like I'm anywhere else. So I could be telling you I'm at home when actually I'm at the mall, and then I could send you a picture of me laying in my bed or sitting at the kitchen table, something like that, so that you would never know I was at the mall. And this one right here, we're going to go over locations so you can see how specific the locator on Snapchat is and the capabilities it has. So these are my friends, you can see them on the map. And then this is where I was at the time that I had made this. I am in my high school office, and it's pretty specific. That's exactly where my office is located, and I can zoom right in on there. I'm going to zoom out now and then kind of show you the streets and the different houses and how specific they can get. So if you live in one of these houses and your child's snap map is on, I'd be able to zoom in and be like, okay, well, this person is 3 houses down on West Holly Street, or whatever it might be. And then when I'm scrolling back out, it'll show me where my friends are. As you can see, one of my friends, it says 2 minutes ago. That means that he was last active on Snapchat 2 minutes ago. So that lets me know, okay, well, he's been on in the last 5 minutes. Or if it says 2 hours ago, that means, okay, this person hasn't been on Snapchat in 2 hours. So that can kind of help you decipher how updated the location is on that. So now we're going to get into Instagram. I'm not going to have you watch this whole video on here just because it is kind of lengthy, but I will be posting the links to the videos if this is something that you would like to watch on your own time. It kind of just breaks down the apps and it talks about what each app can do and different hacks or tricks around some of the safety protocol that a parent can put on it. So Instagram is used to share photos, videos, stories, and send messages. And then this is where the Instagram messaging is located. So for this, again, I opened my Instagram. Up here is going to be my friends and their profiles. These are the stories that they're posting, and then their usernames would be right here. And then this is my feed right here. So these are going to be people that I'm following, whether it be friends or business accounts or boutiques, anything like that. So I can kind of stay in the loop and see what interests I have. Right here on this magnifying glass is going to be an explore page. So my phone will probably be taking notes of what I'm searching. So if I search puppies all the time, if I click the explore page, it's probably going to give me a few videos or pictures of puppies or dogs. Whatever I'm typically searching on my phone, it'll kind of just throw that at me to see if I have interest in following any of these pages here. I can go shopping with this tab. So a lot of the times, like small businesses will use this and they will advertise their goods on there, whether it be like tumblers, dresses, shoes, anything along those lines. And then this is going to be my profile right here. So if I click that, it'll show you what pictures I post on my feed, how many people I'm following, how many people are following me, and any bio I have in there for any information that I want to share. But what we're going to talk about is going to be where the messages are here. So right here, this little messenger bubble, these are going to be all my messages that I have. So this is going to be where the profile pictures are. And then this is going to be a preview of what the messages sent were. Right here is going to be the time period as to when that person was last active or how long ago that conversation had happened. And then this is going to be an active room. I can see who's actively on Instagram when I am. So it's basically another way to send messages back and forth in real time. And then these are going to be where I can video chat with anyone. Basically, it's like a FaceTime, but through the app. And then the request button is going to be people that I don't necessarily know or follow that want to send me messages. So like this person had sent me a message. I ignored it. And then down here is going to be any other hidden requests. So similar to the messages, but there might be messages both in the message request and then in the hidden request as well. All right, now we are going to get into TikTok. This is probably one that we see the most often in law enforcement, whether it be kids posting maybe some inappropriate dance trends that may expose some nudity, or whether it be kids threatening to fight each other, beat each other up, anything along those lines. So originally, TikTok was created to showcase dance moves. Previously to being called TikTok, it was called Musical.ly, and then a company bought it and changed the name. So now TikTok consists of dances, jokes, stories, trends, and thirst traps. Yes, thirst trap is a real word. It just means that it is a video or post that was posted in order to get attention. TikTok automatically will give you videos that it thinks you'll be interested on based on other videos that you view. So going back to the puppy example, if I am searching in the TikTok search engine puppies or maybe like Yorkies, a specific dog, then eventually on my feed, so when I just scroll through my phone and I get videos, it'll start giving me videos with dogs in it, with Yorkies in it. And then if I watch the video or if I like the video, then it will continue to keep giving me videos like that. Same with if I like cooking and I search cooking things, eventually more cooking things are going to start showing up on my feed. So instead of me having to search those items, they will just automatically come up. So the features on TikTok are going to be uploading videos, and then you can send messages on there, whether those be text messages or video messages. You can follow accounts and different accounts can follow you. And then you can comment and post on videos depending on what that person's privacy settings are on. And then you can also go live and then people can watch as you go live. So this is that slide I was talking about that I forgot to give you a warning for. But for example, I just typed in inappropriate TikTok trends. I didn't specify what kind of trends I was looking for, but then these are the images that come up. And then this is on YouTube. So it's just, you could just keep scrolling through and then these are going to be the type of things that come up. And then on this one, this is just kind of an example of what your child could be introduced to on this app. So for this one, I just type in challenges. I don't have any other words on there, nothing like that, but challenges that would be on TikTok. And then these are the videos that come up. So like on this one right here, it says minors do not interact, 18 plus. These are videos that are trending on TikTok. So they become challenges and then other people can try to do these same things and then post their results as well. So that's just an example of, even if your child has their own search history on there, if they just want to post something that they think other people is going to like or they want to be recognized for, by simply typing in challenges, that stuff could come up on their phone. So the parental controls that come with TikTok. This is also another video that I will upload afterwards. However, my next few slides are actually going to be breaking this down just because the app has been updated since this original video was posted. So this is going to be where the parental controls are. Right here, this is like if I open the app, this is a TikTok account. This is what's on the TikTok account. So this is going to be the feed. So whatever's popping up that I think I might be interested in. And then it's going to be home down here. So home is the feed. Discover is going to be where I can search for videos. The plus sign is going to be where I can add videos. The inbox is going to be where I can receive or send messages to people I'm following or that are following me, depending on what my settings are. This heart right here means that I can like the video. This is where I can comment on the video and I can send this video to other people by clicking this. And then I can send the video in Snapchat, in my text messages, or on TikTok itself. So what we're going to go to though is going to be the profile. And it's going to be right here. It's going to open it and take it to your profile screen. If I posted videos, my videos would show up down here. So this is where you can kind of see where they're at. Right here is going to be who I'm following and who my followers are. This is going to be how many people have liked any of the videos I've posted. And then this is going to be where a profile picture would be. Up here, we're going to go to these three dots, and this is going to be our settings and privacy. It's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. And then we're going to focus on the family pairing down here. So by clicking family pairing, you can pair your child's account to your account. So what it does is it can set a limit on your watch time. It can limit content that may not be suitable, and it can manage your teen's privacy and safety settings. So then we'll go next. Once you click on that, it'll ask you what kind of account you have. So you will need your phone and your child's phone for this. On your phone, you're going to click the parent account, and then on your child's phone, you're going to click the teen account, and then this barcode will show up, and then you'll be able to take a picture of this barcode that should be on your teen's account with your parent account. And that right there is going to be what pairs or what links the two accounts together. Going back to the setting and privacy page. So instead of the family pairing, we're going to go to digital well-being, which is right above it. And then this is where you can manage your screen time in your restricted mode. So the restricted mode is going to be important for those who have kids in elementary or middle school or wherever you think your child is and what they should be viewing. And this is going to limit content that may not be appropriate for them. And then you can turn it on or off at any time using a password that you create. Going back to the setting and privacy, we're going to click the privacy now, and this is where you get to pick what kind of account you have, whether it be private or public, whether you can sync any of your contacts down here and then follow them, or they can follow you. If people can download your video, if you can turn your comments on or off, who can follow you, who can duet you. So for a duet, That means that you can post a video and then I can ask questions in the video, and then someone can make a video of their own and then answer my questions. And then both the videos will be posted at the same time. And that can be open to anyone depending on what your settings are, who can like your videos and then who can send you direct messages. So next, we're going to kind of go into very, very briefly some of the other apps that your child may be using. Live video apps are going to be Omegle, Yubo, and Monkey Run. Omegle has been around since I was probably in elementary school or even before that. And it's kind of just a website and or app that'll be used for kids to it's basically like video roulette. So you don't know who you're going to get, what they're going to be doing, and then you can choose to either stay in the conversation or leave the conversation. This can be dangerous because you have literally no idea who or what is going to be popping up on your screen. And even if you click to exit out of the video right away, your child's still going to be exposed to whatever was originally on that screen. Other apps that you can send chats or text on are going to be these right here. Discord is very popular amongst those that like to game, whether that be on the computer or kind of whatever outlet they can use that does allow communication amongst other people. And then miscellaneous apps, again, is going to be Discord because it's not used just for video chatting, and then Reddit as well. If you see an app on your child's phone that you do not know what it is, please look it up, okay? It's very important to know what your child is doing, whether it be they download an app that's for messaging random people. They could be messaging someone that's in China, that's in Africa, that's all the way across the country. And then some of the times these people will tell your child to send them specific messages or specific information, and then that information will get sent, and then your child can be blackmailed with that information. So just being aware of what apps your child has on their phone can help you educate them on what they should or should not be doing. So what can you do as a parent is that you can be aware, like we had just touched on, know what kinds of apps are on your child's phone, be informed, know everything that the app can do. So watching this video is a good first step as to being proactive and educating yourself as to what the apps can do. Did I know everything that these apps could do when I made this presentation? No, not necessarily. I did know a majority of it, but there were a few things that I wasn't fully aware that the app had the capability of doing. Being involved is also very important. Knowing your child's usernames, passwords, social media accounts to their advice. It's not invading their privacy. It's making sure that your child is being safe and holding them accountable to whatever they're posting or looking up. And then being open-minded. Don't ever assume that your child would never do that, but also don't assume that your child would do that. When we talk about some of the tracking apps, I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more, but just kind of have an open mind as to, this could be a possibility, this could not be a possibility, and just see what information is being presented and where it could go from there. Being proactive, like I said, coming to or listening to this presentation is definitely a good first step to being proactive and knowing some of the apps that are out there. And then the last one is be a parent. That one's not supposed to sound like an insult or a jab at parents or parenting, but I think sometimes parents do give their kids freedom and they forget that, oh, okay, I gave them this phone. They don't want to give me the phone now. You can still take the phone. The child does not own the phone. They do not get to keep the phone. If you pay for the phone and you want to take their phone away, you can do that. Okay. So just kind of remembering that even though you are giving your child these liberties and this freedom, that they should still be respecting your rules and your authority in order to utilize the app and the phone as privileges. So now we're going to touch on the most common parental control apps. This is going to be Life 360 and Find My iPhone. So again, like I said, the videos that I'm not going to show on this, but that I will post attached, is going to be Life 360 TikTok hack. So if I just type that in on TikTok, it's going to give me a lot of videos that can show you how to change or how to not register a new location for your Life 360 app. So just because your student's phone says they are at the school does not mean that they are necessarily at the school. If the school is calling you saying, hey, your student is not at school and they're not at class right now, and you tell them that the school or that their phone is at the school, there's a good chance that they may or may not have altered their location and then left to go do something else. And then Find My iPhone. Also, you can change the location on that depending on what you do with those settings. And then, yes, those videos will be posted with the links as well. Some other parental controls are going to be the ones listed here. Some of them you do have to pay money for, and I'm not saying that every child should have a tracking app or should have a monitoring app on their phone. These apps are not put in place for you to be a helicopter parent, for you to doubt everything that they're doing, or because you don't trust them. These apps were made for parents that are trying to curb some of their child's behavior. Maybe that child is leaving the house without permission. Say they're not coming back. You've tried 2 or 3 times, and this is something that just keeps reoccurring. Then at that point, this is something that you could put on your child's phone. So it's not really something that I would stress to put on your child's phone immediately, just because if they do find out that they do have an app like this on their phone, it's going to cause some issues for them to trust you. They're going to think that, well, if my parent doesn't trust me already, then I might as well just do what I want to do and then try to find the loopholes to get around it. Because yes, there are still loopholes for all of these things that your child can get around should they put the time and effort into it. And then you can also pause this presentation here too if you want, and then you can write down some of these websites and go into whatever information you might want additionally from this. And now it's going to be social media and law enforcement. So the criminal issues that we in law enforcement see with social media is going to be sexting, and that is actually considered child pornography. Another thing that we're going to see is going to be kids posting videos or pictures of themselves vaping or selling vapes, selling juice for the vapes, and then even selling narcotics, or posting themselves on smoking substances that they should not be smoking. As far as weapons, this is where we'll get reports of a kid maybe posting a picture holding a gun or posting a picture holding a knife, something like that. And then there could be threatening or intimidating captions or words being said with that. Something that I would like to stress is that if your child sees anything that has a weapon in it, in which they are threatening to use it on themselves or others, or it might just be a weird post that has a weapon in it, is to please come forward and tell you. If this is something that you get the information of and you think it would be important for law enforcement to know, please let us know, okay? It's better to be proactive than reactive in situations that might have weapons involved. And then another thing that we see is gonna be, quote, bullying. So bullying itself is in the South Dakota Codified Law, the SDCL, and it is the definition. So something can be considered bullying, but it would have to fall under some of these other things right here. So like for an example, threats and intimidation, that could fall under the simple assault, intimidation, SDCL. And then it could be something that's going on over a period of time. It could be something that just keeps happening and that you're kind of tired of seeing. So it would have to fall under something that's already a law and have it be bullying as well. So that is kind of where it gets confusing. So bullying itself is outlined in South Dakota State Codified Law. However, it is not like specifically a crime in and of itself. It has to fall under a different category of a crime. Some technological issues that we see with law enforcement and social media is going to be false reporting. An example of this would be posting that so-and-so said that they were going to fight me at school. Okay, I have that information. And then I talk to so-and-so. When I'm talking to them, they show me screenshots and conversations that another person had sent to them saying the same things back. So sometimes we'll get conversations that are one-sided and that were intentionally deleted. And then the deleted information is not brought up, but the threatening posts without any background information are reported to us, and then we follow up on that as well. And then another technological issue that we see is going to be not reporting an incident. And again, that's going to be with the narcotics, sexting, weapons. If you see something, say something. It's better to be, like I had said, proactive than reactive in a situation with these. And then if there's ever a time that you or your child has any questions on any of these topics right here, you can always either call the police department and ask that question, or you can do your own research online. Some of the preventative measures that I specifically have been taking as I have been in my position as SRO is going to be making presentations and giving those presentations to the students. So at the beginning of the year, I gave the middle school a presentation about social media and the safety, discretion, accountability, and then common issues that we see. This is in order to educate them and to deter them from maybe not thinking a whole situation through, or just saying something because you're thinking it without thinking of any of the consequences that could come with it. And then something that we've also been working on for the middle school is going to be appropriate communication presentation. And it's going to be the different types of communication: informing versus tattling, bullying, discretion, accountability, and again, the say something, see something, see something, say something. And then something that I just wanted to outline for myself is the position of the school resource officer is working with the police department and the school. If there is an incident in which I am investigating, typically that investigation is separate from the schools. So that means that I could be doing an investigation without the school doing an investigation, and the school could be doing an investigation without my investigation. So if there's ever an incident in which you think the police should be involved that's happening at school and you tell the school, make sure you also take that note to notify the school resource officer, or I guess any police officer in T about that issue, just to make sure that it gets addressed and that everyone's on the same page. And then that is the end of the presentation. Like I said, here's my email right here. If you do have any questions for me that you would like answered, those video links will be posted. If you have any feedback for the presentation, please let me know. You can also send it to this email, and I hope you were able to get something out of it. Thank you.